I just got back from a long travel weekend with a group of friends, and an interesting conversation came up amongst the women. So one of them, who married very young, has 4 children, and is now divorced and single, was lamenting how difficult it is to date. So here were her chief complaints. She felt uncomfortable going out by herself. She didn't know how to fend off men who approached that she wasn't really interested in. And she felt like, as a woman who was, I don't know, a little older with 4 children, divorced, that most men would be scared off. So I sat there and I listened to the advice that was being rendered by my other friends of the group. And it was things like, oh, why don't you just keep dating that one guy? Yeah, he's not the one, but just so you have somebody to go out with at least. People were making up a bunch of really silly lies that you can say to kind of get rid of like unwanted advances from men. Someone said, well, just don't tell them that you have kids when you first start dating. I don't know, just wait and you can somehow tell them later down the line. And I just sat and listened to some of this advice that everyone was giving her. And I just couldn't help but wonder if what they were saying was maybe more hurtful than helpful. Now, look, I am no dating expert. It has been years since I was single, but I remember being in her shoes and being divorced and being single and being older and having 3 kids and feeling some of those same insecurities and just being really unsure about how to walk in this new space I was in. So later I pulled her aside and I shared some of the following before the end of the weekend, and it seemed to really help. So I don't know if it's better advice or not, but I'm going to share it here as well for anyone else who wants to kind of hear my personal experience on this. So number 1, give yourself some grace when you begin dating again. It is new territory and you're going to make some mistakes. Trust me. Be patient with yourself. Learn from them and just move on. Number 2, I personally don't think you should waste your time dating someone who isn't the one. Once you know, look, don't get me wrong, go on dates, go on a first date, go on a second date if you need to do a little more evaluation. Use the time to get to know about people just in general, hear an interesting story or 2, learn something new. But the minute you know he's not the one, please don't waste your time with additional dates. Why? Number 3, I just feel like you should always just be honest. Look, there is no need to make up a whole bunch of crazy scenarios. Look, if someone comes up and strikes up a conversation and you know that you're just not interested, just let them know that. There is no need to go into elaborate stories. It's okay. Just say no thank you and let them move on. It's that simple. Number 4, this is really important. Hold space for that special someone in the space next to you, whether that be in the bar seat next to you, at a table in a restaurant, at an event, anywhere. Just smile. Know that that space is theirs. Your someone is on their way to you, and that seat, that space is ready and waiting for them when they arrive. They are already a part of your life now, in this moment, and you're just anticipating excitedly their arrival. Number 5, and this is the last thing, but it's definitely not the least. Please be confident in yourself. I know everyone says confidence is sexy. It's true. Stop the negative self-talk. Having to listen to a beautiful woman sit there and say, I'm not young enough, I'm not pretty enough, oh, but my stretch marks, or who's gonna want me as a divorced woman and 4 kids, and you know who wants you? The person that you are holding that seat for wants you. They want all those things and more. But it will be a lot more fun when they arrive if you are not holding on to all of that baggage when they get there. Enjoy the ride. Dating can actually be a lot of fun. And that person that you're looking for, they're looking for you too.